Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube. Today I'm going to be comparing two self-flying drones, the DJI Neo and the HoverAir X1 ProMax. A little disclaimer before I start, they are not in the same price range, so it's hard to compare them fairly, but I just want to go over a few things and why essentially I like the more expensive ones. Surprise, surprise. So let me pull up my list. I'm gonna give you guys a little overview so you can like fast forward if you want to get to the part you're interested about. So I'm gonna go over the size difference, the video quality, and price difference. Those are like the three main things. So the DJI Neo comes in at $199, super great deal for what you get. The HoverAir ProMax X1, so I have the more expensive one. I think it's like $899, but then also like they're always having sales, so I think right now it's $699, so I don't know what price it typically is. But then they also have the HoverAir X1. It's their like entry-level basic one. Now I have never used that one, so I can't talk to it, but that one is cheaper. I think it's $499, $399, but still more expensive than the DJI Neo. So right off the bat, if you're just looking for something that's gonna get the job done, but less expensive, just go with the DJI Neo. It works great. I was sent the HoverAir to try and now I can't stop using it. I love it so much, but I'm not sure if I would have spent the money, honestly, because that's a lot of money just for a drone. But since I use it daily and I use it for my Instagram and it's part of my job, I do appreciate having the nicer one. Okay, let's talk about size difference. So the ProMax can fold. Both the HoverAir drones can fold. So it's super nice. It can just fit in my spy belt. I also have one of the naked running belts and it can fit in there as well. So that's super convenient. I can take it on my long runs with me because I'm already wearing the belt, nothing extra, and I just slip it in the back. And then the DJI Neo, it is a tiny bit bigger. You can't fit it in the spy belt. I was able to kind of put it in the naked running belt, but it's just a little bit, hangs out a little bit, and it could probably fly out any second. Now, the other thing is like the video quality. The HoverAir shoots in 8K and then the DJI Neo is just 4K, which 4K is still great, but it's shooting horizontal. So then if you have to crop it down, it's gonna be lesser quality, which is fine when you're just posting to social media. Like, I can tell a little bit of a difference, I think just because I'm doing videos all the time, but I think it's really hard to tell unless you're doing like a side-by-side comparison. But I do appreciate that the HoverAir does shoot in 8K because you can still get 8K even when it's shooting vertical. The DJI Neo does not give you the option to shoot vertical. You only can shoot horizontal and then you've got to go in and crop it either in an app or on your computer or something like that, which I didn't love. It was just annoying to have to do that. So with the HoverAir, you can shoot horizontal or vertically. You just go into the app and change the settings, which is super nice because the majority of the content I'm using is for Instagram. And so I shoot almost everything vertically. Yeah, and then it's nice to have the option to have horizontal when I'm shooting for YouTube. Okay, and then the last thing really is, oh wait, we already talked about everything. That was super fast. So price difference, your Neo is gonna be a lot cheaper. It does pretty well. They have almost all the same modes. I noticed in the time that I used it, I could not get it to track me as well as the HoverAir. The HoverAir does really well tracking, and I run with my dogs a lot, and I was noticing that, I don't know if the Neo was like trying to track my dogs instead of me, so it was like constantly going like this and it just didn't look as good. And then if my dogs were like still running next to me, like not going, you know, whatever, you get what I'm saying. As long as my dog stayed next to me, I could get the Neo to track pretty good. And I could get, you know, a 10-second video to post on Instagram. So it worked, but it's just kind of a learning curve to kind of figure out what makes it track better and what doesn't. I think maybe it was my dogs, but I'm not 100% sure. And then also the side track, I can't remember what they call it for the Neo. It's not side track, direction track, I think. So basically wherever you take off the drone, that's how it's gonna track you. So if you take it off sideways, it will film you sideways. I could never get it to work great. I could get like a few seconds and then it would have a mind of its own and go start filming me from the back. So that was kind of frustrating. I just feel like I could never get it to work right. But also I do a lot of trail running, so there's lots of up and down and turns, and so I think it's just a little bit harder anyway. And then another thing, it's super easy on both drones to click through the different modes you want. Like, you don't even have to have your phone connected. You can just push a button and it like goes through every mode. They're both super easy to take off and land. I never had issues with that. The HoverAir though, I feel like it tracks so much better and it's just more smooth, and the side track is what does really well, but it is more expensive. But I have enjoyed using it. I've had it since the end of December and I haven't taken my Neo out since I got the HoverAir ProMax. So it's so fun to use. The video quality is amazing. It gets amazing videos, captures the beauty. Yeah, so let me know if you've tried either of these drones, if you like one more than the other. I've had both of mine. So I got the Neo back in October and I've used it a handful of times, and then I got the HoverAir in the end of December and I've just been using that now. I've just liked it way more than the Neo. So, but I do think for the price for the Neo, it's a great starting point. But if you can afford to spend a little bit more, I would just go straight to the HoverAir. It's awesome. So anyway, let me know if you liked this video. Comment, like, subscribe, anything helps. And if you have any ideas for other things you want me to review or other videos, let me know, and hope you guys have a good day. See ya. And hopefully this works. Peace.